Hi, this is Eric Smith. This video I'm about to shoot is going to be the beginning of a bunch of videos I'm going to shoot, and I'm going to call these videos Think About It. And the reason I'm doing this is because as Christians, have you ever read things in the scriptures, read Bible verses, went over like the application of verses or things about God or things about theology, and it just made you have a Selah moment where you're just thinking about it and you're thinking about the repercussions of it, the dynamics of it, and God just shows you all kinds of things. Well, that happens to me all the time. It happens to me and my wife and my kids. We'll be reading devotions. We'll be doing our family Bible study, and we will just think about so many different things just reading the Bible verses. And I thought it would be great to just do a series of videos about things that I thought about as I was reading certain verses or thinking about theology. So this first video, if I could speak, this first video, I want to read the very first verse of the scriptures, Genesis 1:1, and we're going to talk about creation. So, Genesis 1:1 reads, "In the beginning God created the heavens and the earth." So we see in this verse that, of course, God is the creator. And in Colossians 1:15 through 17, we see that everything was created actually by the second person of the Trinity, Jesus Christ. It says, "By him, through him, and for him were all things created, and in him all things consist." So Jesus Christ, the second person of the Trinity, is also the creator. I also want to go to Psalm 102:25. Let me just pop there for a second. And the Word of God reads, "Of old you laid the foundation of the earth, and the heavens are the work of your hands." So again, we see that the Lord, He is the creator. And I don't think any Christian would deny this. I don't think any Christian would doubt this. But I want to read something from another set of verses, and I want to tie it into creation and what we need to think about, and what I thought about as I was reading certain scriptures. Exodus 3:13 through 14, and the Word of God reads, "Then Moses said to God, 'Indeed, when I come to the children of Israel and say to them, the God of your fathers has sent me to you, and they say to me, what is his name? What shall I say to them?'" So Moses is speaking to God and basically asking God, what should I tell the children of Israel what your name is? What should I say to them? And verse 14 says, "And God said to Moses, I am who I am. And he said, thus you shall say to the children of Israel, I am has sent me to you." So God told Moses that he is the great I am. He's Adonai. He's Yahweh. He is the self-existent God. So we see that God is the creator of all things, and he created from nothing. And that expression means ex nihilo, which means he created from nothing. You'll hear Bible scholars say that. And I want to say something. God creating from nothing, atheists and skeptics mock the creation account all the time. They say, oh, you believe this pie-in-the-sky God that created from nothing. But the thing that's funny about them is many of them give a lot of power and significance to nothing. They will tell you that creation came into being from nothing. They'll tell you that nothing brought forth a big bang, and then the universe, then the planets, and then eventually life. But it all came from nothing. And I don't think they understand that nothing means no thing. Nothing exists at all. It's not like you open a box and there's nothing in it. No, that's not the same thing, because there's still air, there's still molecules, there's still things. No, nothing is nothing. So even the skeptic and the atheist have faith in something, but it's in nothing. But Romans chapter 1 verses 18 through 23 actually says what? That they know that God exists and they know God's power. They just suppress that in their unrighteousness, their sinfulness. But Christians, this is what I want you to think about. If the self-existent God made all things from nothing, then there was actually never nothing. Think about that for a second. I want you to think about it. because God always existed and he is the absolute first cause of all things, there was never, ever, ever nothing. We can't say that. So even when we say God created from nothing, God was always here. So I redefine nothing as this: the absence of all things outside of the self-existence of God. Because logically and theologically, that's what you would have to say. Because if God is self-existent, and he is, then we can't say there was ever nothing. He is the first cause. So unlike the atheists that think nothing created something, we know something self-existent created all things, and that's God. And that's what I want you to think about, because I don't think we think about that in terms of speaking to the atheist or the agnostic, or sometimes to even other Christians, to let them know we got to be careful about when we say, oh, there was nothing, there was nothing. Nope, there never was. There was always God. He always existed, and that's something I want you to think about. So, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and God bless.